Mark and Steve here, your chopstick guys, and we are looking at a review today of the Peak Design Everyday Messenger Bag and Everyday 20-liter backpack.
That's right.
So Steve, let's start with the backpack.
Yeah, so this backpack, we've been using it for about a month. Mark's been using his messenger bag that he got about a month ago. Yep. And I really like these bags. I mean, they've been kind of our workhorse bags for the past few weeks. One of the things that I really love about these things is just the construction and the design of this thing. It's stellar.
Yeah.
I have the 20-liter backpack here. So they make two different versions. They make a 20-liter and a 30-liter. I am blown away with how much gear I've stuffed into this. In fact, the other day, what happened? We did a little segment we were showing.
We did, and the very first comment that we had on the video was, I hate to take you to task, but I don't believe you had all that equipment inside your bag. Because you had talked about you had 2 bodies, you had 3 lenses, and all kinds of things in there.
So check this out. This is what I have inside.
Let me move this back.
And this is the smaller one. You got to remember, this is not the big Peak Design. And we'll talk about the features and how all these things work here in a second. But so I've got my D810 with my 85 on it. Then I can swivel open this.
Yep.
And simply, this is one of the cool things we'll talk about too, is just how these little latches work. So check this out. Inside here, I have my 70-200. I have my 24-7. I have my flash. I have my XT1 Fuji with my 16-55 on it.
That's a big lens on
okay.
there.
Then I also,
it's not a pancake.
No, exactly. Then I also have, what else do I have in here? I have my Lume Cube for shooting video. I have my Lume Cube with my bracket for shooting video.
Yep.
Then, if I go around and just pop open the other side of this thing, because I've got it below one of the flaps, which we'll show you in a minute. Well, I've got my bottle of Gatorade. We just unlatch this, zip open this flap, and inside here, I've got my 10-24. I've got my
Fuji. Yep.
My Rode Microphone Me, which I use for video recording. Inside the top here, I've got, what else do I have? I've got my iPad.
Yep.
I've got loads of extra batteries that I use.
And you can fit your Surface in there at the
same time. My Surface Pro fits in here.
Sits in there.
So check that out. Everything that on table was inside the smallest backpack.
Yeah, it's heavy, but
it's not
any
light.
bag that you would have put that much stuff in is going to be heavy.
Can you help me just clear some of the stuff off? Just move to the side.
Let's get some
stuff.
We'll
talk about this bag. So here's one of the really cool designs. First thing I want to talk about is this latching system. So you saw me open it up. This latching system is magnetic. So all I have to do is actually just drop it. But you can see how it works. It's got like this spring-loaded system on it. So if I've got the bag completely full, I've got the choice of 4 different hooks that I can hook this onto, and so it expands the bag out. So when I open this up, you can see this top compartment, the way I have it set up, is where I keep my body most of the time. Big, it's the biggest compartment. But then they've got these shelves here that are completely adjustable and interchangeable. So you can see what you can do is you can flap these up or down and make individual compartments, individual shelves within the backpack.
Which is nice. So you could actually stack 2 lenses on top of each other.
So that's what I end up doing is my lenses, I end up stacking them on top of each other. All my other bags that don't have like a divider that you open up the top, I throw them in there.
Exactly. You're Mickey Mousing, you're getting an extra piece of something that you're putting in between there.
So, one of the other bags that we've used is, one of the Low Pro bags. A great little bag, but I feel like I'm just throwing everything into it sometimes. But this thing makes kind of a different way to do that. Now, up on the top here in this top compartment, they've got this little magnetic enclosure case, which you can put your passport, your wallet, your cell phone, whatever it is. But they've got all these little kind of slots and stuff throughout here. So it makes it super convenient. Now, when I was talking about these shelving systems, these are all removable, interchangeable, so you can pull them in and out. But I just love the way that you can flap them back and forth too. So you can see I can move this and make that shelf system wider, make the whole bottom compartment big. So if I want to make it big like the top, I can do that too. Just really, really cool. The other thing that's neat is, like I said, they open from both sides. So I've got the same opening here as I do.
Yeah, this is a big deal because I own 2 sling bags. But the problem is with sling bag, it only opens one way. So
this is a backpack that operates like a sling bag, but from both sides. So it's cool. So if I have this on my back, right, and I want to get something out, I can just simply take off one of the straps, swivel it around, brace it completely with my arm, and pull it open.
There.
And I get access to it. Really, really cool. I don't have to take it off at all. And then I can use the carry handle on the top, the carry handle on the other side, the carry handle on the very top.
And they're easy to get to. They actually, the bags that I've seen before, you actually kind of have to find them and fit your hand in them. These actually have a good feel to them.
So, Mark, check this out. I know we've talked about this before, but The strap design on these is really, really unique. So I've got the backpack upside down right now.
Yep.
These things are on a pivot.
Yeah,
right?
there's like a big giant grommet there, or a big rivet. That
these things swivel. I've never seen a backpack do that, which makes it much more comfortable to wear. But also when you're using that sling type feature, these things move with your arm, with the movement of your body. It makes it really, really easy. Of course, they're all padded with a neoprene type padding.
The first thing that I think of when we first saw these bags was quality.
Yep.
I mean, this is like seatbelt material that all these straps are made out of. Even the handles. It's the same stuff that you'd buckle yourself in the car with.
So, you know, even the design of like this. So you can see here, there's a little, you can open up the section where it's got the padding in the back.
Yep.
So if you were carrying this maybe like this and you wanted to, you know, stick stuff through here and hook it in,
there,
whatever it
on
might be, you can do that.
Spring day.
Now, these little side compartments are pretty incredible too. They're kind of deceiving on how they look. So these things will hold massive bottles, right? And this is
because they're separate from the actual bag themselves. Even when the bag is full of gear, you still have all of this room to pull these out.
So one of the things that I like is that, you know, you can put a tripod here. They've got all these different little straps, you know, these straps that pull out from these like hidden compartments in here that you can start to, you know, use these buckles. They've got a really ingenious type of buckle system so you can strap on tripods, monopods, that type of thing. But this one, check this out. So this little strap system that they have simply unhooks. I love the design of this stuff. And now you can move this one right up to this position.
Yep.
Move it to,
now you have a nice chest strap.
Yeah, so you have a chest strap. So if your bag is completely full like mine was, and you know it's a little, feels like it's pulling away, sliding.
You're going to go on a day hike.
Use that chest strap, and they also have the bottom straps which you can use.
It's so much nicer to wear a backpack with that on there if you're going to wear it for a while.
But check this out. I mean, this is just ingenious engineering. So
this is somebody's thinking.
Right? Yeah. Pull it up. It clips on the bottom, then clips right on this strap, so it's out of the way.
Gotcha.
So you know how you have those backpacks that everything's always dangling? Yep. You know, it's like dangle, dangle, dangle. It's getting caught in the chair, in the car door, whatever. This way, everything's out of the way. Just pull this tight. It's really cool.
Even I'm just noticing here. So you've got these buckles that slide to lock things in place, but there's also, they put in finger holds so that you can unloosen that. So it's not you trying to get your fingernails in there to lift something up. They've just thought through every piece of this bag.
It's really pretty brilliant. I mean, it's, you know, we talk a lot about camera bags on our Panoptic Chopstick show. And we make fun of them. They're like purses for photographers, right? I mean, we love different camera bags, but this one has probably been my favorite so far.
Yep.
And I've got probably 30 camera bags, so I really, really like this.
Yeah.
And we're pretty rough on some of our gear because we are always out in the field, always traveling.
Yeah.
And this.
What I'm impressed with too is right out of the back here, you've got these bottom straps that actually come and they lock up top here on these little tabs here. I fly a drone. I actually can strap my drone on the back of this bag. So again, it's a bag. You were going to talk about this earlier. There's a little special strap system for the zippers.
Check this out. One of the concerns, we do a lot of travel, international travel for photography as well. One of the concerns is if you're walking through an airport or just walking down the street is that someone comes behind you and unzips your bag and reaches in and grabs something, right? Well, they've got this little tab system. And what this does is kind of puts a lock on all of your zippers, and it's pretty ingenious. You just simply slip it through. Oops, sorry. Spin around. Slip it through, and then it tabs on. Now, it's not like a lock like...
it's not supposed to be theft-proof. It just makes it more difficult.
But I can't unzip that now without putting some work into it. And it's just one of those things, again, that the thought and design that went into the Peak Design everyday backpacks is pretty awesome. And I think they call them everyday because it's something that I've started using every single day.
And these are water resistant.
They are. So these Peak Design backpacks and messenger bags come in two different colors. This is the charcoal color. They also have an ash, which is a little bit lighter.
It is.
Lighter color. But
with some brown accents.
Yeah, some brown accents. This one's just the charcoal with all black. But, man, I love this bag. What do you have here, Mark?
All right, so I've got the everyday messenger bag. One of the things that I love about the everyday messenger bag, what I love about this bag too is when I wear that bag, or when you wear that bag, we don't look like photographers.
Yep.
We just look like guys out with backpacks on. Same
Dudes
thing.
with cameras.
Dudes with... It doesn't scream camera bag. And that was one of our concerns on our last trip in India, was the fact that when you wear something that has a well-known camera brand name on it, it's like a red flag of, hey, I've got lots of expensive camera gear. So this is the everyday messenger bag. This is the small version. They actually come in a larger version as well, with many of the same features as Steve was just showing with the backpack. right down to they have this great patented system that actually, if you just saw, I just let that go, and it pretty much finds a spot to get really locked into. Once it locks into, you can't just pull these off to the side to get into it. You actually have to pull down.
Talking about being rough with gear.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty rough with the gear, so I like the fact, though, that I'm not worried about someone's just going to pop that open on me. And I don't have to mess with some kind of buckle system or just a flimsy. It's just touching and it's just a magnet. So many of the bags have that. I don't have to unclick it. This just looks great. Yeah. Easy access. So a couple of the features that I love about this is, again, I love this belt. Again, this looks like it ought to be a seat belt.
It is. It's like seat belt material.
It's the same type of material. This system here, when I'm wearing the bag, I can quickly adjust the size of it just by flipping this up.
I think this is awesome.
Yeah.
Right?
So then I can just actually
I always
pull this up and down, and I'm going to struggle today. So you can just see. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but see, I can pull that. I can lock it into place. If that's where I like it, that's where I'm going to keep it. So the strap is a great feature. This is a great pad right at the top here. It's actually a very dense material, very soft. It doesn't tend to slip all over on me, which I have loved. So let's look into the main compartment here. You can see, you know, when I use this messenger bag, this is not my bag that I'm going to use when I'm going out on a big landscape shoot, but just my everyday shooting.
That's what she's just carrying around.
When I'm carrying around, you know, even today, we're going to go out and do a little bit of shooting. So if you look inside here, this Osmo is what we put our phones on, that we actually do a lot of our mobile video because of the 4K capabilities of the phones now. But that's right off the top, just like the system inside. The backpack, I actually have these little dividers that can be adjusted.
They're just awesome. I love
to stack. So what do I have underneath here? I've got things like I've got the charger for my Microsoft Surface, extra batteries. I keep a flashlight in there. I love the fact that I can close this tab down because it kind of locks everything in place. But then it also protects any gear that I put on top, that it's not banging into that type of gear below.
I think you can fit more in there because these little flaps, these dividers are pretty thin. Now they're sturdy. Yeah. But they're thin. They're not like the big padding.
No, they're thin, but they're a very dense material. So they're actually, I feel like I have more padding than I do in the big thick ones. There, I've got my camera in there with my great big 85mm lens on there that fits in. When I'm running with my 85mm, I actually take the second slot out, and I actually have down here these dividers. They give you extra ones that come with it that can be adjusted into any kind of configuration. So if I decide, you know what, I'm going to take one of my mirrorless cameras, I can easily come in here, slip a new divider in, and I actually have new space. Awesome. Or I want to put a second lens in. Today, all I did was take that out. I can just lay it back inside here, and I have room to put my big giant lens on there. So that's the main compartment. Very straightforward. If you look right inside here, there's a little pocket right inside the main slot. That is an excellent spot to put a cell phone. Yep.
How deep is that? Is that a deep compartment, or?
That's it's about
anything in that bag.
It's deep enough to put a phone inside there.
So not like an iPad in there.
You're not going to fit an iPad. There's an iPad compartment in the computer slot. So also right underneath where we buckle is we have a front compartment that has all kinds of these great, if you can see that, all these great dividers in there.
One of the things I like the most is the chopstick holder that they...
Right there, look at that. I have my chopsticks waiting to go when I go out to eat. Keep my business cards. Here's my card downloader there. Got my my Blistex, a number of pens, my mouse for my Surface, all kinds of things. And there are plenty of areas there to keep everything divided up. Got zippers.
These bags are very deceiving. I mean, like the amount of stuff you can stuff in these bags.
Yeah. And then when I close this back up, here's one of the cool features. You're going to notice there's two zippers across the top. The zipper that's right over the flap, this actually just gives me access into the bag. So if I'm walking and this is on my shoulder, I can unzip it, I can reach in and pull my camera out through the top without even...
So perfect.
Or a lot of times what I'll use it for, it's just really quick. You're somewhere, somebody hands you something, a business card. I open that up and I slip it right in, and I know that it's inside the compartment now. So quick access. Now, this back one I can unzip. And here's where I keep my Surface tablet. So this actually I can put a full-size laptop in my bag. It's long enough to do that. And then there is a second compartment that has a padded divider that you can put an iPad or a tablet inside there. So they've, again, really thought of everything that I can think of as far as stuff you would carry. This is, again, why I think they call it the everyday messenger bag. It's got a nice padded backside that's going to fit up against you. Again, just like the backpack, the first thing I think of is quality, and I think this is just a great looking backpack.
It's intelligently designed, fashionable, as well as durable. So.
Yep. There's actually little side pockets right here where I also could stick a water bottle inside. I keep in here extra straps. This is a great little feature here. They actually, if I push this in, you actually can hook your keys to this. If you want to keep, I've done this a number of times when I go out for a walk somewhere, I'll clip the little clip here on my keys, and I can put my car keys, just lock it right on there. I know I can tuck them away. They're not going to fall out. I'm not worried about when I'm hiking, just on a little day hike, that I'm going to lose anything. So pockets on both sides, quality. It looks very fashionable. I love the look and feel of this everyday messenger.
So as you can probably tell, we're quite fond of these bags. Actually, they have kind of rocked our world in the world of photographer purses. But,
and again, because we have owned, I literally pulled out the other day 9 bags just out of the closet in my office.
And that's just the one closet.
That's just the one closet. That's not going out into the garage and looking into the archives, because we have gone through so many bags, because you need bags for different situations. Yep. I have found I used to always carry the passport bag when I shoot a wedding. I used this the other day at a wedding, and it just worked fine.
Well, awesome. I think... like I say, I think you guys can tell we like these bags. What we're going to have below is we actually have a discount code that Peak Design has been very generous in giving us to forward on to you, the viewer. If you're interested in equipping yourselves with one of these Peak Design bags, hit the code below. Actually, it's a link. Hit the link. That will give you a pretty generous discount on these bags.
It's a great discount on these things.
So that's it for our gear review, gear talk for today. Love to see you on our next Gear Talk. Also check out the Panoptic Chopstick Show here on YouTube.
All right, we'll see you later, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you can see more of these great reviews. Thanks.
There's only one thing that we love more than eating food with chopsticks, and that's photography.